welcome back. So I don't know about you, but every time after the Labor Day weekend, that first week is brutal. It has been certainly brutal for me, and I am so happy it's done. The weekend is here and I get to share something with you guys, another good treat and some features. So today's look is going to be a quick 15-minute look that's going to bring a little sparkle and I was going to say summer, but fall to your look. It's super quick, it's easy, plus it's good for any age. It adds a nice brightness to the face without it just being so overdone. The features for this week is going to be the Anastasia lip lipsticks, and these are so awesome. So normally I go with Stila. I've always been a big fan of Stila, and I wasn't sure about trying. I thought it would be kind of just like, man, nothing different. But I really love the pigmentation of these colors. I feel like there's a lot more variety when it comes to Anastasia of Beverly Hills in the color selection. So these are much more like the grown up section. This is like you're serious about your look, and I feel like Stila is a little more fun. So it's fun, you get a lot more of the pinks and like the cool colors, and I think these are like the super rocking colors. So in love. I was not disappointed when I bought these. I took advantage of the lipstick day when they were giving them buy one get one free, or buy one get one 50% off, one of those. I took advantage and I am in love. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you definitely saw me rock this one, because I definitely rocked this in Vegas and I loved it. I couldn't believe how well it stayed on, how awesome the color was all day. Like, amazing, so amazing. So I will all be wearing this one in my look because I love it and I can't get enough of it, and I feel like it's perfect for this fall season. And if you're an edgy girl or a bold girl or a girl or a boy, whatever the case may be, this rocks. So, and my other feature for this week is going to be my favorite and holy grail, my Nars Orgasm blush. So I have used this for years, and I can't get enough of it. I have always loved coral colors and blushes. I feel like it's a really great combination for me and my skin. I'm gonna show it to you, but it's real good. So I have to get a brand new one because this is just a disaster. But it has such a nice little shimmer of I guess like a goldish tint. So when you're putting it on, it adds so beautifully to your highlight already that you don't have to put a lot. And it's one of these products that I can also use standing alone without a highlighter, because again, it already has that nice beautiful shimmer without it being so out there. I love it. I cannot get enough of it, and I am so happy to finally be featuring this in my week of features and products of recommendation. And yeah, so my initial fall recommendations are the Anastasia liquid lip sticks and the Nars Orgasm blush. It comes in other blushes, but that one by far I feel like is the best one across the board. I feel like it's great with all types of skin types, and it just, the finish is just so beautiful. It just, I can't talk enough about it. So yeah, I think it's time to get started with our look and get you guys on the road. I'm already starting off with some primer and foundation already, and of course moisturizer. The holy grails of holy grails. I'm starting with my foundation that is the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. We'll get it right someday. And of course, my primer of choice, Smashbox Photo Finish pore minimizing. All right, now let's move on to our eyes.
Okay, so starting with Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take a little bit and put it on my middle finger and just kind of spread it out all over my eyelid gently and spread it to my other one. Just make sure to cover the entire lid without getting any on your lower eyelid. And then we will move on to our first shade of foundation. So what I meant was eyeshadow, not foundation. Okay, so now I'm moving on to eyeshadow. I'm going to take the eyeshadow Bear from Pati Dubroff Perfect Palette, and with a nice flat brush, I'm just going to pack that in all over my eyelid. So this is a matte shade, and then our following shade will be a nice shimmer. So be very generous when packing this color on, just to get a nice good base and lighten up the eyelid. Alright, moving on to the CrownPro palette, Fuego palette. I'm going to take that nice pretty shimmer beige, and with the same flat brush, take that and pack that all over the eyelid. So again, be very generous. We really want this color to shine through. Okay, so now that we're looking absolutely gorge, I'm going to take a small smudge brush and I'm going to take the eyeshadow Bear again, and I'm going to add this to my lower eyelid and then follow it up with the shimmer beige from the palette CrownPro. And just make sure to get this all in so it's nice and bright at the bottom. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with an angle brush, and I'm going to take this kind of tan brown color. I'm just going to add this to my crease. I'm just going to lightly trace it out and then begin to build the color in there. Okay, so to intensify the color, I'm going to go in with another smudge brush. I'm going to take that same shade. I'm really going to put it into the crease just to kind of get this color to shine bright and shape out the eye. And of course, reblend it with my angle brush. Okay, so I'm also going to blend it out with my blending brush as well, just to kind of smooth out all the colors and make sure that both eyeshadows are completely blending in. Then I'm going to go back in with my flat brush and retouch up the beige color. And then again, we will do that with the brown color as well. And then make sure to blend. Alright, so I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to take the darker brick brown and I'm going to actually add that to my lower eyelid. Just make sure to really add that in. And then I'm going to go in with a nice flat brush and take that cream shimmery shade again and add it to the inner corner of my eye. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Pure Highlight and Sculpt palette and I'm going to use the highlighter Trailblazer and I'm going to take another flat brush. I'm going to add that to the arch of my brow to really create a beautiful highlight just above the contouring part that we did. Okay, so moving on to our contour, I'm going to be taking the MAC Studio Sculpt Defining Bronzer in Delicates and with my kabuki brush begin to outline where exactly I want to contour. So hollows of my cheeks, shaping out my nose, the outer corners of my forehead, and of course my jawline. Okay, so this time around I'm also going to add a shimmering bronzer to my contour. After I blend out with my angle brush, I will be going in with the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer just to kind of really golden out my contour and really just kind of create a nice little beautiful highlight at the same point. So as you can see, I am lightly brushing it on, just kind of gracing my overall cheeks with it. Again, I don't want it to be too drastic, and I'm going to also take a nice fluffy brush to really blend it out and smooth it out into my face. Because again, I want it to be much more natural, but yet still kind of define my cheekbone. So moving on to our brows, I'm starting with the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. Of course, always brush them out before I begin to shape them and fill them in. And then after this, I will use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara to really fill them in and keep them in place. Because I never seem to have anything when I need it. This is the second time having to reach for something. But this is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. Alright, so brows are done, and now to my favorite part. It's time for blush. So using a tapered highlighter brush, I'm going to take the Nars Orgasm blush and just add this to the apples of my cheeks, keeping it very beautiful and natural.
So we are almost done. All I need to do is put on some falsies and then I'll be back to put on highlighter and the final step, which is our rocking liquid lipstick. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright lovelies, and we are back. So I got the falsies. I did add a little mascara by Maybelline. It is my go-to one, and then I did add a little liner as well, just to kind of like curve them out really nicely and enhance our look. So next is our highlight, and then finishing off with our liquid lipstick. So I'm going to be using the Pure palette again, and this time I'm going to be actually taking this Originator instead of the Trailblazer like I normally do. And with a nice like fluffy brush, I'm just going to dab it in there on both sides, kind of tap it a little bit. And I'm just going to brush up in between the space where I put my blush and where my eye is. You're just gonna brush up on both sides. You see that beautiful highlight, and I'm actually going to V it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna touch it up a little bit because it did get on my brow. And I'm not trying to line up my brows. So it's a nice beautiful sparkle, and then we're going to add a little bit to the center of our noses and then to our cupid's bow. So normally what I would say whenever doing this, because sometimes you'll see me use my index finger, but these two fingers are going to be the best ones. They control lining the center the best.
Okay, so side note, I actually did forget to mention that I put on concealer and highlighter prior to all of this. So I used the LA Girl Pro Conceal, the Yellow Corrector, and the MAC Prep+Prime highlighter in Light Boost. So that's why you notice a little bit more brightness under my eye.
So this one is in Vintage. So it's Anastasia liquid lipstick in Vintage, and it dries matte. So a quick little tip if you guys are not familiar with these type of products, but the Stila and this one and the Anastasia in particular, you want to start slow. So to start little bits at a time and build, because if you make a mistake, it is so difficult to remove. Like, it's meant to stay on, and if you do make a mistake, it's almost forever. And then you have to like take it all off, and then it's a mission. So little bit at a time, this is where you really want to spend your time in. And we are complete. So this is the look. I know it's a little darker, but the cool thing about it is that this is definitely going to be your base and you can switch it up however you want to. So I really love this particular color. I think it's awesome. It's perfect for fall. It's just, it has a really rocking look, and the pigment on it is so great, and it's very long lasting. It holds throughout the entire day. The only downside to it is avoid oily foods because it will break it down. Other than that, you have nothing to worry about. Again, I can't think of a better look that is so perfect for fall, and this one's it. I absolutely love it. I'm like so obsessed. I wish I could wear it all the time. I'm like trying to get like the perfect look because I feel like in camera it looks so much darker than what it is, but it's actually very purple. It's really purple, and it's such a fun color. I think it's just like a nice twist. Again, you can do whatever makes you comfortable. If you want to put it with a pink, a red, a nude, this look will handle it all. So it's really your choice, and this is where you can make it your own, and that's what makeup is all about, is making things your own. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and that it wasn't too long and grueling, and that you guys really find these features helpful. Again, these are essential, like particularly the brush. I use it all the time if you guys have not noticed. All the time. If it's not this one, it is my Estee Lauder one. And they're both like slight variations of each other, because for me, I feel like the coral look is such a great color on me, and it's so awesome when you can find something that is killer every single time, and it's something that's great that's all year round. And then these Anastasia liquid lipsticks, like who doesn't love that? I love lipsticks that can last. I am a big person for them. I've always loved it, and I just enjoyed the color selection of Anastasia. So this is everything for this video. Again, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and then always follow me on Themakeupphase. I am putting all kinds of things that are on there, some entertaining, some very helpful, and of course always watch my videos. Thank you babes, I really appreciate you guys. Mwah.